Hello once again, and today we're going to be taking a look at PC Find. Yes, this computer was found in a skip. As you can see, it's not in bad condition actually, considering it was found on a skip. I've had to clean it up a bit because I think what this could have been a old telephone server PC or something. It had something in some stickers on it saying what it was. I didn't do a video then when I found it. I should have done, but so that's the only proof that I've got at the moment. I ain't taken that one off yet. So next test due April 16. So I don't know if you could see that in this computer. So that's when it was last tested. Last tested was April 2015. Right, so yeah, so this was in a company. I didn't say what company it was, but no, it was a it had some sort of server number at the top there, and saying what it did. It was some sort of telephone server, maybe. That's all I do know, but I've cleaned it up a bit and it looks in pretty good nick. So I think Zoostorm is a company that make computers. I think they manufacture cases now. I don't know if they still build computers. Don't know nothing about them. As you can see, it's quite well, once we go inside in a minute. So power supply, and there's the back of the PC. So it's got DVI connection, VGA. It's nothing exactly special, you know. It ain't a top of the range PC or nothing like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look inside it. Right, this is what's inside the PC. Note I have made a few changes in here, but what I will say, every single component inside this PC when I tested it worked. They all worked, and it had a 500 gig hard drive in it. This has been replaced by a 32 gigabyte solid state drive, but the 500 gigabyte hard drive worked, but I've taken that out and used it, and that's now being used inside another PC. 500 gigabytes might not sound a lot these days, but you know, I'm not going to waste a big hard drive in this computer. That's got another use now, and amazingly, yeah, that worked. So all I know about this is quite a tiny processor. It's a Celeron processor. I think it's a 1.8 gigahertz processor with 4 gigabytes of RAM, DDR3. It's a mini ITX or a micro ITX motherboard. I think it's a micro ITX motherboard. All works fine. This did have I think some sort of server software installed. It weren't Windows or nothing like that. I have installed Windows 10 on this machine and it works despite its tiny processor. This is a 64-bit processor, 64-bit motherboard. I'm taking it. 4 SATA connectors, so you can have up to 4 SATA drives. 6 gigabytes, 6 gigabits rather. That's SATA 3, I think. Don't quote me on that. I should know this. I think it's SATA 3. Yeah. So what have I have added some bits and pieces. Didn't have a rear fan. I thought I'd put a rear fan in it. It's on board graphics cards, but I didn't know what that was really like. So I added a 512 megabyte graphics card. Yeah, 512 megabytes these days ain't a lot, I know, but for a PC this old, I am not going to go out and spend money on it. I am not going to spend money on a PC that I've found. So what do? Look what parts I've got available. And this is the graphics card I had available. I don't know, it's probably a little bit more powerful on the onboard, which they usually are. So yeah, so as you can see, I've added a VGA because it's got 2 DVI ports on this graphics card, so I just added one for HDMI, one for VGA. So what's the power supply? So the power supply is only a 240 watt. Yeah, very, very minimal. 240 watt, you can't do nothing with 240 watt these days. If you're thinking about building a gaming rig, don't buy one of them. But it's not for gaming, you know, it's just, you know, I'm just happy it works, you know, for a PC find, chucked on a skip, and it works, you know, and it works reasonably well. It works with Windows 10, you know. It might do as a, I don't know, some sort of business computer maybe. It runs Office, so it can run applications. Okay, it's not going to be good for gaming, as I said, but who cares? It's a PC find for nothing. So what do you expect? The DVD writer works, and what it is, it's on the case, it's hidden. So you push that button there, and that ejects down, and the drive comes out. So the case itself is pretty smart. You know, it's not much in the way of scratch, just a few scratches there, but you know, I ain't going to argue too much. You know, if something's been chucked on the skip, you ain't going to exactly have it in pristine condition, are you? No, but it needs a bit of a clean. So yeah, I've added the SSD drive. I've added the graphics card, and I've added the rear fan. This thing, on the other hand, this thing, I think it's some sort of network card, because you can see it's got 2 LAN or Ethernet ports at the back. That's the only thing that doesn't work. That's only because I can't find any drivers for it. Yeah, that's the only reason I think it doesn't work, because I can't find any drivers for it. Perhaps this is a specialised card for networking or something like that. You have to go get the drivers at a certain place, as if the drivers are supported for Windows 7 at all. I don't know, but that's the only thing that don't work. But I don't care, as if I'm going to use it anyway. That can come out. Right. So we take a closer look at this board. So here it is. Yep, I think it's some sort of I don't know, maybe something to do with networking or something like that. Right, okay, don't really say OpenVox. I don't know if you can see that. The camera can't see it, can you? No. Right, so we know it's an OpenVox. Copyright 2010. Right, so if anyone knows what that is, let me know. But I think it's some networking, something to do with networking, something like that. Let's just take a look around the motherboard. So it's got one PCI Express for graphics card, and it's got 2 PCIe's. So you can have 2 peripherals or whatever. Yeah. Funny enough, it does not support. You know, you get this. Where is it? This, which is for you plug in your processor. Maybe because the processor is so small, it doesn't require one. It's very unusual, but it's a tiny processor. As I said, it's a Celeron 1.8 gigs dual core, but surprisingly it runs Windows 7, Windows 10, and it runs it pretty well. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this find actually. All the components works. As I say, I've taken the 500 gigabytes and put it into another computer. Yeah, for something that's dumped, I'm quite pleased that it works. Very good, very good. Right, now that we've got it set up again, let's turn it on. So you turn it on by the power button up the top there. Can't you see it on the camera? It's weird. It's a blue LED. So there's the hard drive activity light. Can you see that? Yeah, so it's booting up. As I said, I've already installed Windows 10 on it. So here it comes up eventually. There it is. There is a bit of ghosting on the screen. I can tell you what that is. It's the VGA cable. The reason why it's doing that, because I think there's something up with the VGA cable. It's quite a long one. That's why I'm using it. Where the computer's positioned, where the screen is, this VGA cable is the longest, but unfortunately I think there's a problem with it because there is a lot of ghosting. But I have tried it with HDMI and it is absolutely fine with HDMI. And I've tried it with another cable, it's fine. So you can see it's booted up. It's, you know, it ain't going to be the fastest computer. Right, but what it is, it's adequate. Yeah, quite pleased with it. That is the rear fan that's making that noise, by the way, the one I installed. But yeah, I haven't installed much on it, so let's just call up a web page. Not easy doing this with one hand. Okay, it's not lightning fast, but we got something. It's not too bad, you could live with it. Right, and that's the new Internet Explorer, or Internet Edge I should say. Let's try Google Chrome. Yep, that's loaded up. Not too bad. Let's try, I don't know. Let's try a Office application. Let's bring up Word. Oh, it's revving up a bit there. Alright, as I just installed it, just for test purposes. Alright, let's do a new document. Yeah, I mean, for what it's going to be used for, it probably ain't going to be used at all, but it's just, you know, for nothing. It's not bad, you know, for a free computer. Come on, what do you want it to be? A gaming rig? No, but I'm pretty pleased with it. For free, you can't ask for anything less, really, can you? Anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.